Hey traders, Nick here recording an update on the oil trade. The goal of this video is to hopefully help some people that may or may not be stuck, one, in the oil trade from the highs, and or are considering to buy the dip. Or actually three, considering to add on whatever they were stuck in at higher prices. So my opinion is completely agnostic, and I really don't care where oil prices go. Actually, I do care. I want them to go lower because of the expenses on the households, right? It costs a lot of money now. And just caveat back up as to what I have in oil right now. I was short Exxon and Oxy and USO. I am still short USO. I closed Exxon short and Oxy short. And I did share it with the members, so they enjoyed the ride down from the highs. We almost timed it exactly perfectly. So I'll put Oxy because that's the most controversial name because of Warren Buffett involvement. And we got engaged up here somewhere. I don't remember where. My choice was a $66 put. So it was profit all the way, and it was a big, big win. I left some money on the table, but I can't complain. So what now? What would I do with the oil? First, let's talk about the fundamentals. There aren't any. This whole thing is based on rhetoric and manipulation. Just the way the oil market is, it's always been rigged. I won't go down into it. I can talk about it for hours and then I'll get jacked up and it turns political and all of that. So let's avoid it and just say for one fact, that consumption right now is still below what it was before COVID. So whatever happened in 2020, the consumption for oil right now is still below COVID, yet oil stocks and oil prices are way above that. So what's playing into it is rhetoric and OPEC manipulation, and also the temporary disruptions that are as a result of the sad war in between Russia and Ukraine. So this too shall pass applies here. That's the statement that people say. So whatever's going on here is temporary. Let's use the word transient that we borrowed from Powell. And I don't want to be caught. However, let's talk about the upside potential specifically for this company right there. This is a monthly chart, a really long term, right? So this is 2011, this is 2014. Those who bought up here in Exxon just got back even. So whoever bought Exxon now, you bailed these people out. So that would be in no way, shape, or form a buy for me, just from a chart perspective. In this case here, this is a monthly candle, so these are all, each one is 1 month. So if on a monthly basis, that's an important part, on a monthly basis, they can close above the high that they just put in, which wasn't an all-time high. If they can close above here, maybe they can trigger an inverse head and shoulders of sorts up to 100 or 110. I would bet against it, to be honest. But it's available, and I thought I'd mention it. All right, so how do I trade this? Let me go back to, say, a 2-hour candle. So this is less than 1 day. The rally was incredible. This was too much, and that may leave a lot of weaknesses. So that's why I think the bounces will find sellers, and the sellers could bring it back down and cause it to lose this. And if they lose this, they're going to test 44 or 42. I know it's not a popular statement, but it's true. So I did the same video in November for Bitcoin and Nvidia and AMD, and they all came to fruition. If you lose the neckline, and that's the if you lose the neckline from which you just bounced pretty hard, and you come back to it and lose it, you're going to overshoot lower by as much as this. So I'll give them credit. They have a lot of support here. I don't think it holds, but they don't have any support down here. Maybe a little bit at 48, maybe. So technically vulnerable after the bounce. So how do I trade this? If I'm stuck up here, and if the bounce comes to close to even, I'm out. If I'm down 50, 60% now, and this makes me down 20%, I'm out. Thank you. I'm out. If I bought the dip and I get 10 to 20 to 30% profits on this rally, I'm out. If I'm looking to add, definitely I wouldn't add. I would have added here into support just to get out on the dip, on the rally rebound. I would not add. That's me. You may be different. Oh, and if you want to discuss any of this because you have difference of opinion, that's fine. We can discuss it in the comments below. But let's just keep it civil. And if you don't subscribe to this channel, it's free. Go ahead and subscribe to that. Okay, so what about, what's the, here are the lines. Here are the lines that I drew for my people. Up here. I said the bounce is going to probably fade, and I put it in a couple of terms. That was a lower time frame chart. Let's go, maybe I can show it. Maybe 30 minutes will show it better. There we go. So what I'm showing is that it happens all the time. They bounced, they couldn't hold, they fell, they repeated the process here. They didn't even bounce here, barely, straight down. Target met, and then I said if they triggered this one, they had support. Look, it looks the same. Support, lower support. They came into support after a bounce. They couldn't hold it. They went down to the head and shoulders target, which was here. And I was generous. The target was from here. Let's see. I'm curious. The technical target, the technicians are very accurate with their numbers. I give credit to support and resistance. So if you want to be accurate with it, it's probably below 50 or 51 anyway. So I gave them, I thought this was the target, and they held and they bounced. So I'm saying on the bounce, respect it. And they didn't even hold this. So unless they go back above 60 to 62, I think they're headed lower. I think they're going to retest this bounce level. And if the markets helps them out by bouncing the general market, then they would be lucky. But just watch out. Watch out what happens here if they come back to it. Because if you lose that, I think it'll be in the low 40s, mid to low 40s. So be open to that. That's it. And this, I think, translates to Exxon. So I'm not short. I'm not saying it's shortable down to that level. I would short the pop to test my thesis. How I would do it is a very strategic, either buying a put spread, selling a call spread. I wouldn't short outright. Not this insanity. Buffett knows what he knows on OXY. I don't know what he knows. I think it's crazy what he's doing, but I don't have an inside laying on that company. All I know here is that the bears are winning and they're selling every pop. You can see it. Pop sold, pop sold, pop sold, and everyone would make a new low. Look, they rally, this is it. Nope, they come back, lose. They rally, this is it. Nope, they came back and lose. They're rallying. Is this it? That's what I'm saying. I don't assume it's it until it actually shows me it's it. How? By building an ascending trend, like that blue line. And even when it does, I will short it up here. It or Oxy. I think Oxy. Exxon's an excellent company. I said buy Exxon and Chevron both when they were, I don't know, in the 40s during the pandemic. They were paying, this one was paying 9.9 in yield somewhere down here. Yeah, all day. Up here, no, not a chance. Why? Because of this. You bought it here? This person said, thank you. I've been waiting 8 years for somebody to come and take the baton from me. Thank you. Same with these people. Same with these people and these people and these people. Not a good entry point. It's not a good entry point. That's all. That's the easiest, nicest way to say it. It wasn't an obvious entry point, especially when the commodity they deal in is not rare. We have plenty of it. We just choose not to pump it for now. So whatever is going on is transitory, and I think the oil trade has to get new life. In other words, there has to be something new in it. Whatever they told us up until now has worn its welcome, and what else can they say? Saudi Arabia cutting half production, some oil field burning somewhere, the Pass of Hormuz, whatever it's called, being bombarded somehow. You know, something new has to come into the news in order to recreate another rush, because I think it's a bunch of hogwash that we have a shortage of oil. We definitely don't have a demand problem. That's fact, not my opinion. Okay, shut up, Nick. Shut up. All right, later.